Hope has grown for carers on the indefinite leave to remain. In the last 48 hours, there has been some significant development which may affect the outcome. The Guardian newspaper reports that the Prime Minister is now planning to ease the impact of migration policy following intervention by different labor leaders. There is a report that's just come out this afternoon from the BBC by Ian Walton, a highly respected journalist, which states that the Prime Minister has actually made a concession to Labour MPs who are saying that they will not back down. They are going to force a vote in Parliament in the next coming week. And there is also a report that the Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, has met with a group of Labour MPs and concession has been made. There is a lot of things that we need to digest. There appears to be hope. We know how important this matter of indefinite leave to remain is for people from our community. That is why as soon as we have an update, we always come to give our people the update, because hope, without hope, there is nothing to live for. Frank is my name for those seeing my face for the first time. The Prime Minister is just made a concession according to Ian Watson. Why? He's made that the Labour MP, according to the report that we have turned down the Prime Minister's offer, and they said, no, we are not going to accept what you have made. We are still going to go ahead and vote. Mind you, the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, is the least unpopular Prime Minister in modern time. Less than 18% of the voters actually supports the Prime Minister. So this is a Prime Minister that a lot of people are saying he may not even be in 10 Downing Street after the May's election, which Labour is projected to do very, very badly. So, folks, there is hope. And what is the offer that the Prime Minister has made? According to the report that we have here, the Prime Minister and the Home Secretary, they met. The Prime Minister was offered the group on Wednesday. The Prime Minister offered them what they call a transition period. I will read out to you what it says. The Prime Minister met them and said, look, we will offer transition period. They have not explained what the transition period means, but according to the MP said, no, we are not going to make a U-turn. We are still hell-bent on saying that the government must honor the pledge that they made. I can read out to you here. According to what MP said, what they want is for the Home Secretary to do what they promised the migrants when they came to the UK, that they are not going to accept transition period. The Prime Minister has not explained what he meant by transition period. I can read from you here. According to this MP, he says, who is part of the MPs pushing, they said they turned down the offer of transition period, which is here. This is what he says. He says on Wednesday, I'm just reading out so you can read it for yourself. On Wednesday, Downing Street source highlighted the possibility of introducing transitional arrangement, which could potentially reduce the 10 years wait for indefinite leave to remain. However, that was turned down by the Labour MPs, who told the Prime Minister that, look, we do not accept transition period. What we want is for the government to honor what they said to care workers when they came to the UK. The Prime Minister is now in a position where he has been forced. This is the first development. The Prime Minister has been forced to offer transition period, although we do not know what that transition period is going to look like, but it appears from the reports that we are hearing that things appears to be moving in a direction that people from our community want, because we know that this is an issue that a lot of people from our community is giving them sleepless night. According to this newspaper report here, it says, let me just read this out. This is allies of the Home Secretary. They said, speaking to the eye, they could not rule out the measure being watered down. This is what it says. I just read this. I hope you can see it. It says, these are the friends of the Home Secretary. He said the Home Secretary is understood to want changes to the principle or policy she announced last year. But her allies, speaking to the I newspaper, could not rule out the measures being watered down as Mahmoud, that's the Home Secretary, reviews 200,000 responses to the consultation that she lost last year. These are not my words, folks. Her allies are saying that the Home Secretary's allies are saying that they have not ruled out that she will have to make some concession on the indefinite leave to remain. And some people are saying that there is civil war in the Labour Party as we speak. There is civil war, deep division in the Labour Party because of this issue. Everything that we are reporting, it's there in the public domain. The issue is dividing the Labour Party. The party activists, the people that knock on door, there is election in May, local government election. They are feeding back to the people at the top saying, look, when we knock on doors, people are telling us that they are not enthusiastic. They are not going to vote for Labour because of this issue. That is why this issue is now become a toxic issue that Labour MPs, they are now saying that more Labour MPs are coming forward to say no. Despite the fact that the MPs' vote is symbolic on this issue, they are still saying to the Prime Minister, we are not going to give up because this issue is a matter of principle. So it's not too late, as you're saying here. There's a lot of issues at stake. There's a lot of maneuver happening behind the scene. Don't give up hope, because we know that even the Prime Minister himself could not back his Home Secretary when he was asked what does he think about the Home Secretary. He could not back the Home Secretary because the Prime Minister himself knows that he will be out of job if Labour perform badly in a few weeks' time. So from what we are hearing, this is the first time that it has been reported that the Prime Minister actually made a concession, which the Labour MP turned down and said, no, when anything short of 5 years, the transition period that you offered, we are not going to accept it. Anything short of 5 years is not acceptable. So the question I'm asking is, how do you feel if you were offered maybe indefinite leave to remain and you were told that you cannot claim benefit in 5 years? Is that something that you can live with? Let me know what your views are. As soon as we have an update, we will bring it to you, because we need to give our people hope. A lot of people are having sleepless nights because of this issue, because this is issue that a lot of people have made a lot of sacrifice to get here. A lot of people wake up in the morning, they don't want to work for their employer, but because of the situation they found themselves, they still have to go and work. Because of the situation they found themselves, they still have to go to work, because they know that if they don't work, their employer will revoke their visa, and they are being threatened. A lot of people are being bullied because of the circumstances they find themselves. So as soon as we have an update, we will keep you posted. But what we are hearing today, it appears that we may have some good news in the coming weeks. If you know anyone that is on the care workers visa, tell them not to give up hope. There are a lot of things that are happening behind the scene. And don't forget to show appreciation to what we're trying to do by sharing this video. As you can see here, the Prime Minister himself is saying that they may have to make some changes. We do not know what the changes are, but we think it will be good news. Let me know what your views are. Don't forget to share, subscribe to this channel as soon as we